What's up, everybody? We are doing 30 minutes of live side split stretching starting right now. What that means is we are going to do some warm up, 3 warm-up exercises. We're going to do 5 stretches afterwards, and we are going to do a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to get started with, I forgot. My name is Ken. Occasionally, we have a visitor doggo right here, and she will just do whatever she wants because I can't stop her. And yeah, we do this every day to practice consistency. I said this for like 7 times. To build a little bit of community with that consistency, because if I keep coming back and you keep coming back, eventually we're going to get to know each other a little bit better, right? And hopefully, with that good vibes and people, we can make a whole bunch of side split progress together. All right, let's get into the actual warm up. The first thing we're going to do is called hip cars. Cars is an acronym. It's CAR, tiny s, not a big S. Controlled articulated rotations, and it's all about taking your hips through their full range of motion. We're actually doing a little bit of strengthening as well as working the hips and getting everything warmed up and ready to go. Before we go all in on exercise, I am I was pointed at my device for a second and I have no idea what I'm being pointed at it for, but my earbud is definitely connected. And all right. Hey, Lindsay, welcome back. All right. Before we begin, I always forget. Grab a cushion, grab a towel, grab something soft to put your knee on. We're going to need it later for the hamstring stretch. I'm going to get that out of the way and we can keep going. All right. Let's get into it. I'm looking at IT, and that's why the pauses are because I forgot the earbud earlier. And it seems like the audio is not superb because I'm seeing some frowning faces, but it will have to do. All right. Let's go. First warm-up exercise, we're going to do hip cars. It's all about getting your hip through its full range of motion using muscle power. All right, we're going to start with the first position, which is bring that knee as high as possible right in front of you. I'll rotate to the side so you can see it. Then open up that hip, point the knee directly to the left or right, depending on which leg you're doing. Then rotate that leg as much as you can. Bring the ankle up as high as you can. Keep that knee as high and bring the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes. Pull the leg back. Feel the stretch in the front of your leg in that hip flexor. And that is 1 rep. We're going to do 10 of those on the left side, 10 of those on the right side. Then we're going to reverse it and do 10 more on the left and 10 more on the right. Let's go. I'm going to face you so you can follow along a little bit more easily. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. I think that's 3. Let's keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right. I'm going to pause them real quick, check the chat. Hey, welcome back. I forget your username. I recognize your face, but because you don't have a name, I have to check your username every time. 2line W. Welcome back, man. It's good to see you. All right. Abdo says, hey, welcome back. It's good to see you. It is definitely not my thing. The world ain't what they said as kids. It says, maybe not your thing, but you have any reason I can do the splits but cannot perform a head kick in Thai. I would imagine that it is because you have the flexibility to do splits, but not the active control of your leg to put your leg that high into the air. And maybe you just need a little bit more strength training at that end range of motion to be able to lift your leg into finally being able to kick somebody in the head with your side or your kick. But I don't know. I'm not an expert in kicking sports, and I'm definitely not an expert in martial arts. So that's my best guess. All right, Abdul and 2line W, welcome back. All right, let's get into it. We just did hip cars on the left side. Let's do hip cars on the right side. High knee, open up the hip directly to the side. Rotate that leg as high as you can. Keep that ankle high. Bring the leg down and back. Flex the hamstring. Flex the glutes. Feel that stretch in the front of the hip flexor. And that is 1 rep. We're going to do 9. High knee, open, ankle, down and back. Remember, these are supposed to be a little bit challenging. We're trying to hit our end range of motion. We're trying to bring the knee as high as possible. We're trying to open up the hip as wide as possible and still keep that knee high. Rotate the legs so the knee and the ankle are both as high as possible. Pull that leg down and back. Feel that hamstring and that glute flexing real hard so that you're stretching out the hip flexor in the front. I actually have absolutely no idea how many of these I've done, but I'm just going to pretend that was 3. Let's go. We're doing 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, that is hip flexors. Sorry, hip flexors. Hip cars going forward. Let's do hip cars going back. If you're just joining in, hip cars going back looks like this. Hamstrings, glutes flexed, hip flexors stretched in the front. Lift the leg directly to the side so that your ankle and your knee are as much in line as possible. Rotate that leg so the ankle is down and the knee is as high as possible, but your knee is going directly out to the left or right side of your body. Bring that leg to the front. Keep your knee as high as possible. Lift, 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 lift. All right, that's 1 rep. We got 9 more to go. Let's go. Back, side, ankle, knee, back. Oh, I lost balance. Side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee. I think that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For the question about kicking on YouTube, if it looks like I kick, it's not because I kick, it's just because of hip cars. Looks cool. It's weird. It feels like the outside of my thighs and glutes clash. Thanks anyways. It's the outside of my thighs and glutes clash. I think from an inexperienced non-kicker, I would imagine that your solution is probably closer to practicing the movement very slowly and controlled, and probably not having the range of motion you want for as long as possible to get the muscle control to smooth out a little bit. I don't know for sure if that's what it is, but that is my best guess. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. All right. Do we have any other chats that I need to address? No. Okay, cool. We just did hip cars going backwards. I'm pretty sure on the left leg. Let's finish and move on the right leg. Let's go. If you're just joining in, hip cars is all about moving our hips through the full range of motion using our leg muscles. And we're doing hip cars on the last leg. We're flexing the hamstrings, we're flexing the glutes, pulling that leg back, feeling the stretch in the front of the hip flexor. We're going to lift directly to the side. I'm off balance because I'm trying to look at the phone at the same time as doing this. Lift that knee and that ankle as high as possible. Rotate that leg so the ankle is down, but the knee is as high as it can go, but as wide open as it can go at the same time. Then bring that knee forward and try to keep that knee as high as possible. That is 1 rep. 9 more. Let's go. Back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, knee, ankle, knee. I think that's 6, 7. Oh, I lost balance. Got no excuses on that one. 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, hip cars are done. Let's move into our second warm-up exercise, the elephant walk. These are really good for your hamstrings, and they're a little bit more fun than just standard hamstring stretches. All right, let's get into this L shape. If you're a little higher up and you're a little bit stuck, that's totally fine. Try to bring your belly button down to the ground and just take nice deep breaths and relax as much as you can. Hang out, chill. Most people don't spend any time in any position remotely close to this. So we're not going to go really hard right at the beginning. I'm just going to give you a couple seconds to get comfortable, get relaxed, do a couple of little bouncy bouncies. And once you feel pretty good, You can add in whatever you feel like you need to loosen up that low back, your hamstrings, your glutes. Do some quick pulses. You can see if you can get yourself a little bit lower, and then let's start the elephant walks. Let's bend one knee, straighten the other out, bring the belly button down. You start feeling the hamstring stretch. You might feel it in the bent leg, pretty close to the lower third of your hamstring. You might feel it in your straightened leg, in probably the middle half of your hamstring. That would be pretty normal. If you're not feeling a hamstring stretch at all, then really try to bring that belly button down a little bit lower. From here, we're going to move by alternating the knees that are bent and slowly warm up those hamstrings. All right. Just keep on switching at your leisure. There's no time that you need to hold for either side, but I want you to feel and try to see if you can get a little bit deeper every rep and see if you can do something you've never done before today. Don't push so hard that you get injured, right? There's no value in that. Just make a little bit of effort in the right direction. All right. After we've done a couple of these from side to side, your hamstrings feel good. You're starting to feel maybe your hips loosening up and twisting and rotating. We're going to add a little bit more fun to the elephant walk. We're going to bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. We're going to take our left hand, grab that right bottom of the leg, calf-ish area, and open our chest to the right. Stick our right hand into the air and try to point the hand behind us somewhere. Use the corner of your eyes to peek where you're pointing. Remember where that is, and come back down. Switch to the other side, do the same thing. Now our left leg is straight, our right leg is bent. Right hand is grabbing left leg. Left torso is twisting to the left. Left hand is in the air. Twist, 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 and come back down. Okay. Notice how the foundation is still this bent leg position, and we're adding some twisting. Most people don't do any twisting at all in their lives, and your back is definitely designed to twist. Otherwise, I would not be doing all this movement. So, this is how we get a little bit of twisting back into our lives and help to warm up our bodies at the same time. But do remember, we are doing side splits workout. So, you want to make sure you're still feeling the hamstring stretch as much as you can while you're doing those twists. The twists are to make it a little bit more fun, to make your time feel that much more valuable and effective, efficient. But we're still doing hamstring stuff. All right. With that, we have done way more than enough. So let's move on into warm-up exercise number 3. We're doing some Cossack switches. All right. Cossack switches are great for opening up your groin, developing some balance, both forward and back and on either side. And they look a little bit like this. We're going to open up our hips about 2 times our hips width. Then we're going to point our toes out. You can start with 45 degrees, but your legs can shift at any time. Try to drop down to one side. Keep your knees in the exact same line as the line your toes are pointing in. All right, I'm going to rotate to the side so you can see that better. My toes are pointing to you guys, towards the camera. Now I want your knee to travel right above your toes. I want your knee to come out that way. I don't want your knees to go in that way. Those are weaker positions in that your muscles need to support you. And we don't want to do that right now. It is not the time to work on that particular exercise. So knees over toes and lean in. You want to feel pressure in the front of the ankle. You want to feel the stretch in the Achilles tendon. You want to feel pressure in the hip where this is all hanging out and coming into. Maybe your quads are working a little bit right now, trying to keep you balanced and up. All right. Try to keep your heel down on the ground. It'll help you stay a little bit more stable. And let's hang out in this position for just a little bit while we talk about leg external rotation. I'm going to scoot back. Right here on this side, my heel is down and my toes are pointing up. This is a really good place to be if you can hang out here. This is called leg external rotation, and we're going to use it for the side splits in a little bit. So I'm pointing it out right now. If you're having struggle balancing already as it is, you can definitely plant your foot and hang out wherever it is that you need to hang out. When you're as deep as you can get, it might be more comfortable to get into this position. If you're not quite that deep yet, it might be more comfortable to have your feet planted on the ground. Whatever version you're at is perfectly fine, and you should stick with it. All right, from here, we've hung out for quite a bit. Now we want to move to the other side. This is the essence of the Cossack switch, going from this position to the same position, but on the other side. We got lots of options. You can stick your hands down on the ground, give yourself a little support, walk your hips over, and come to the other side. Let's do the same thing, hang out on this side. Feel the pressure in the front of the ankle, feel the stretch in the Achilles and the calf here, feel the pressure in that hip, maybe a little bit of the pressure in that quad and knee here, and just hang out. Let your body get used to this stretched position. Give it a couple of seconds, and soon we're going to be switching from side to side to side to side to side and picking up the pace just a little bit. So I'm going to show a whole bunch of other examples, and you can follow along and do extra, or you can not follow along and just hang out and keep on warming up this hip. All right. So we already demonstrated coming across and putting your hands down. You can get really advanced by trying to straighten up your body as much as possible, sticking your arms out in front of you to help balance, keeping your hips low, coming across like this. If that's really hard, you can come up a little bit first, switch, and then come back down. You can also just go all the way up into a Cossack squat and come all the way back down. Whatever makes sense or works for you, go ahead and do that. All right, everybody, let's go. We're going to do 5 reps total and wrap up our warm up. I think this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think 5, 5.5, 6. I don't know where we're at. But wherever you are, make sure you've got your 5 done, and we will move on into our stretches. All right. Yeah, the world ain't what they said as kids asked. That's a username. Responded to my last response, and I totally get it. You don't. I was only giving you the best information I could give with my limited experience in the sport that you do. So I hope that it was useful. If not, I'm sorry, but no need to explain. I appreciate that you hung out. I appreciate that you asked questions, and if you're still here, feel free to hang out. All right. I don't actually know how to check if we've made it to 15K. I have no idea how that works. Oh, actually, no, there's something in the top left corner that says 11.8. So, no, we haven't made it to 15, but we're really dang close. All right. Had a whole bunch of people follow. Thank you so much for following. I'll check on that in a sec. Let's get into our first stretch. The first thing that we're going to do is the hamstring stretch. So, if you weren't here in the beginning and you didn't hear me tell you to grab a cushion, grab a pillow, grab something to pad your knee, please go grab something real fast. You don't need it. It's totally possible to do without, but most people enjoy a little bit of extra cushioning. So if you have an old slipper, some towels, anything, old t-shirts, old laundry, perfect. Just roll it up, fold it, put it right under your knee, and we are good to go. All right. From here, I don't know why I'm rotating too early. From here, we're focused on trying to get our hamstring stretched. We're going to come into a kneeling position, stick our leg out directly in front of us, not to the side, not kind of to the side, directly in front. We're going to focus on bringing our belly button down as low as we can, going straight forward. All right. From here, take a nice deep breath, relax, exhale. And once you are as deep as you think you can get for now, just keep on applying some steady pressure to your belly button. Try to bring it down to your legs. That's it. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay, come on up. Oh, that hamstring stretch. Whew, all right. Round 1, done. There's only one round, don't worry. But we're switching to the other leg. Okay, let's go. If you don't know, we only do the stretches for 30 seconds at a time. We do them once and we move on, and then we do the side splits for 3 rounds at the very end. Everything that we're doing up until the side splits is just preparation, warming up our hips, getting the muscles ready, and then stretching and pre-stretching all of the muscles that we use in the side split with another stretch. Okay? Okay. Hamstring stretch. Other side. Same thing. Cushion the knee that is kneeling. Stick the leg directly in front of you, straight, not to either side. And bring your belly button down. Fold forward. Feel that stretch building your hamstrings. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Try to relax into it a little bit. It's okay if your knee is slightly bent. It might be helpful if you have knee pain. And let's go. Steady pressure, 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. You might notice that I do these mini pulses to see if I can get into a slightly deeper position every couple seconds. Probably every second. You can do that if you want. You can apply just steady pressure and focus on bringing your belly button down. You can bend your knee and work on trying to straighten it out. Whatever works is good. It's just a hamstring stretch. You can do it lots of different ways. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Oh, hamstring stretch. Done. We are done with that. You can get rid of the cushion, get rid of the padding, get rid of the old laundry, whatever it is you're padding your knees with. And we are going to move on to stretch number 2. The second stretch is a butterfly. We are going to do it real quick. Like this. I'm going to bring our feet together, and you'll notice that the knees have come right up. The goal of the butterfly is actually, it's a groin stretch. It's about opening up this area over here. And the goal is to bring our knees down to the ground. But if you're just in this position, it's kind of hard to do it. You're holding onto your feet and you're trying to use your muscles to pull the legs down. And if you can open that really wide, that's great. But to really take advantage of this position, your best bet is to really apply pressure from above. If you have dumbbells or books or something, you might be able to apply pressure like this. But if you're holding on to the books, you'll notice immediately that I have a really hard time balancing and keeping my legs open. So I don't think it actually helps. The one trick that I think works really well is to get up against the wall like so. Put your hips, your shoulder, your head against the wall. Have a nice straight posture. Bring your feet in together and get back into this position. Because you're pushing against the wall, it's much easier to flex these muscles. And as you can see, I can pull my legs much closer to the ground. All right. Next up, once you're in position, I hope I've talked enough so you had a couple seconds to get into position. I want you to use your outer thigh muscles and your glutes. Really pull and contract them to open up your legs as much as possible. Open, 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 open. You'll notice my feet aren't touching anymore. They're like opened up like this. That's totally normal. That's okay. Once they are as open as you can get, you can't get any further. Take your hands and apply some steady pressure. Because your back is pushing against the wall, your head is pushing against the wall will help you push deeper into your legs. And that's it. Let's go. Hold that stretch, contract those muscles, 30 seconds, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Relax those hands. Stop applying pressure. If your legs feel like they're stuck and they're not coming up and you just can't move them or something weird like that, feel free to just use your hands, lift your knees a little bit, and then you can start using the muscles to sort of flap the wings of the butterfly. And once your legs are feeling like normal, we're ready to move on to stretch number 3, the standing pancake. Before we continue, if you're having fun and you haven't followed yet or subscribed, whatever the term is, make sure to do that. Get notified. We do this every single day for about 30, 40 minutes. And we do this to practice consistency, both for you and for me. And with that time together, hopefully we build some community, we get to know each other, and together we can make a whole bunch of progress towards our side split goals. If that sounds fun, if that sounds something you want to do more of because you want to stay consistent with something, hit follow, hit subscribe, keep coming back. We're here every day, same time. All right, third stretch, standing pancake. Let's go. It looks basically like this. We open up our legs, we fold forward, and we try to bring our chest and our belly buttons down to the ground. It is really hard to get into a deep standing pancake, especially if you're not super flexible, which is exactly how I started, which I would argue I'm still not super flexible. And the easiest version that you can start with is usually the standing pancake. And the reason for that is because when you are standing, gravity is pulling this entire chunk of upper body down. All right. If you were seated and you had your legs open like this, I'm trying to figure out what angle to show you, and you try to lean forward and get gravity to pull you, gravity isn't doing anything close to whatever we were just doing when we were standing, right? And that same trick in general applies anytime you want to get into a stretch. When you can get gravity to help you, take advantage of that. All right, standing pancake. Open up your legs as wide as you can, as comfortably as possible. If it starts hurting, you can always bring your legs back together. Fold forward at the hips. Try to bring the belly button down to the ground. All right. That's it. Let's go. We got 30 seconds. There's a handful of variations. My favorite is to try and stick your butt back, stick your hands out. Suddenly, that stretch will feel way more intense. And if you can hang out here for 30 seconds, great. If you have to pull your arms in to reduce the pressure, also great. And let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. I feel like I've been counting really fast, so I'm going to just talk for a second. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, come on up out of that stretch. You can put your hands down, lift your legs together, and once you are back up, let's talk about if you did it right. There's two main muscle groups that we're stretching when we're doing the standing pancake. One is the inside of the legs, and anytime you spread your legs out, the inside of the legs are getting stretched. The other is the hamstring stretch. And that's why we spend so much time in the elephant walk and then the hamstrings, because anytime you fold forward, the hamstrings get activated. It doesn't matter if your legs are together like this and you're folding forward, or if your legs are apart and you're folding forward. The hamstrings basically go right below the knee, all the way up your leg, and just there's no avoiding it. If you're bending forward, you're getting stretched. Okay, that is stretch number 3, standing pancake. Let's move on into stretch number 4, figure 4 or pigeon. It's called figure 4 because we're bringing our ankle across our bodies, and with the right lighting and the right pants, I guess, you can make the number 4 with your legs. We're going to lift that ankle that's crossed across our body, and we're going to bring our chest down to that leg. So basically, we're trying to hit this sort of position where the hip is getting stretched and our back is getting brought to our knee. There's two ways to do this. We can do this on our back and cross our legs over each other, reach through and do it like so. Or we can lay down on our stomachs. Well, not really, because they're not actually going to be laying down. But we can cross the leg, and I'll demonstrate over here. We can cross the leg over to the other side of our body and try to bring our chest and hips as low as possible to feel that stretch. You can pick whichever variation that you want. I encourage you to experiment with both and see which one helps you feel the stretch the most. I pick and choose depending on the day. So since I'm already in this position, I'm going to stick with the pigeon today. Leg is across the body. I like to hold on to this foot because when you start applying pressure to that leg, it has a tendency to start drifting in and making the stretch easier because your body wants to be in a position that it can handle comfortably, right? We're trying to get a stretch. So you have to actively push that ankle out and away from you and work on that stretch. All right, that's it. Let's go. Get in position. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Remember to relax and breathe as much as you can. 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, come on up, switch over to the other side. I do this thing where I talk really fast in between stretches because I'm trying to make sure we spend as much time stretching as possible. But I want the stretches to be relaxing and calm. I just trying to squeeze a lot of stuff in between the stretches. So if you catch me counting really fast or having way too much energy in moments where we should be a little bit more chill and relaxed, let me know. I'll try to keep that in mind as much as I can. All right, let's come down. 30 seconds. Bring the hips as low as you can and bring the chest as low as you can. 30, 29, 28, 27. Remember to breathe. Nice big deep breaths. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Remember, you have to feel the stretch. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, come on up and out of that stretch. Oh, the pigeon is one of those stretches where every time I do it, I go, man, I really should do more of them and hang out for longer, but I never do. And what you see is what you get. This is pretty much the only time I stretch. So if you feel like you're improving slow, don't worry. I'm doing the same stretches as you. Okay, let's go. It's time to get into our side splits. We have wrapped up all of the warm, wrapped up all of the pre-stretches. All of our muscles are prepared. It is time for side splits. Before we do the side splits, let's talk about safety for just a second. I recommend you get really close to a wall. And when I say really close, I mean one step in front of the wall. Because if we are in a deep split position and you start losing balance, because it's sometimes hard to figure out what you're doing, and you fall backwards, the wall will catch you and help keep you safe. All right. But for the wall to do its job, you have to be pretty close to the wall, especially if you can get really deep or like kind of deep. If you're really close to the wall, sometimes if you just fall backwards, you'll just sit down. And I guess that will also be helpful because you can't fall backwards. The wall will still catch you, but your butt will have hit the floor. Maybe that's not what you want. Anyways, that's a long tangent. Let's get into the stretches. All right. First thing, let's open up our legs as wide as we can for as long as it's comfortable. When you start feeling pressure here at the hips, it gets a little bit uncomfortable. Fold at the hips, put your hands down like you're going to do a push-up. We're not actually doing push-ups. I'm just demonstrating how I want you to put your hands. Because our hands are down, a bunch of our body weight is in our arms right now, and we want to use that as an opportunity to externally rotate our legs. If you've been here since pretty early in the warm-up, we talked about external rotation. That's the heels down, the toes up, and the knees are up. And we're doing it on both legs. I'm going to try and get centered in the camera. From here, we are going to walk our hands back towards our hips as much as possible. That's going to help put most of our body weight right above our hips and help us get into a deeper stretch. If you feel like you're as deep as you can get, you're not getting any further, It's a perfect place to just hang for a little bit. If you feel like you might have a little more room, why don't you try a wiggle from side to side just a little bit to see if maybe just a little bit of friction is holding you back from a deeper side split. Okay, you can at any time walk your hands back forward, walk your hands back to adjust the position of your hips to make yourself a little bit more comfortable. And that's it. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. Remember to breathe. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, crawl your hands forward. Use those push-up hands we were talking about earlier. Bring your legs together and come back up into a standing position. Your legs are all stressed out from that tension in the stretch. So the first thing we're going to do is shake, 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 shake everything out. Your hands are also working to keep you stable and hold you up so that there wasn't too much pressure in your hips. So shake those out too. Just shake everything. Shake, 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 wiggle, 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 wiggle. If you look like, I don't know, you're a tin man, then you need to shake more. Shake, 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 shake. Relax those muscles. I know it looks a little silly, but luckily you only get to watch me shake and I don't get to see you shake. So it's good. We're fine. All right. If your legs are starting to feel a little bit back to normal, then we're going to do a quick check. I like to do some hula hoops real quick because the front of my hips, right here where my hands are hitting, are always really tight after the stretches. And after I do a couple circles, that tightness tends to not be painful, at least. High knees, make sure the hips are working. Pop into some mini squats to make sure your ankles, your toes, your knees are flexing just fine. Kick yourself in the butt just for fun, I'm pretty sure, because we already tested the knees. And if that has all gone well and you have no pain, your legs seem like they're working, then that means we're ready to go into round 2 of the side splits. But before we do that, I'm checking the comments real quick just to see if there's anything I need to address. Kara says, dude, you're an awesome teacher. I'll most definitely be here most often. Thank you, Kara. I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliment. That makes me feel so good. Bro, you're so flexible. It is amazing. Thank you. I think that's, yeah, 2-line W. Welcome. I mean, not welcome. You've been here this whole time. I don't know why I'm saying welcome. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Anything else I need to address? Oh, we were looking at the numbers. The number is currently 16.9K. So I appreciate that you've been tapping really hard. I don't know how you squeeze the time in to tap the screen so much while you're stretching, but I'm impressed. All right, that's it. Well, actually, since I was there already, if you guys are having fun and you haven't yet, and you're having good energy and you're enjoying the stretching and you want to practice consistency, I do this every day. So follow, subscribe, get notified, do all those things, keep coming back. Let's hang out. All right, round 2. Open up those legs nice and wide. Once it gets uncomfortable in the hips, fold forward, put your hands down like you're doing a push-up. Use that hand position to make it easier to externally rotate your legs. What that means is your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are pointing up. Do that on both sides. I am too far away from the camera to see if both my feet are in the shot. It looks like I'm weirdly staring at the camera. I just can't see. I give up. I need to get my eyes checked. All right. Walk those hands back towards your hips so that most of your body weight is starting to go right above your legs. Help get yourself into that deeper stretch. Do a little wiggle from side to side. See if it's just a little bit of friction on your sticky, sweaty feet at this point, holding you back. And once you cannot get any further, it's time for round 2. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. At any point throughout this timer, of course, you can also keep on doing little wiggles and see if you get a little bit deeper. Got what number I got to? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Last thing in our last 5 seconds. If your elbows have been locked and your arms have been straight this whole time, experiment with bending your elbows. Suddenly, a whole bunch more weight will go and drop into your hips, and it'll be like a completely different stretch. I think we have hit 0 by now. So 0. Okay, let's go. Crawl your hands forward, pull your legs together, and come back into standing. Whew, take a couple of deep breaths. Relax for a second, and let's shake. Shake it all out. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle. Shake those arms out, shake those legs out. The legs are a little bit more important, so focus on that if you're distracted. Or if you can only do one thing at a time, balance with one hand and shake your legs out. Okay. Once your legs are starting to feel normal-ish, I don't know. I think this is a dance move. I don't know what these are called, where they go like this and they like rotate the legs and the knees come in and out. Do a couple of those. Once your legs are working more or less normal, let's do our little routine of checks, hula hoops, hip circles, whatever these are called, and make sure the front of your hips are nicely stretched out. High knees for the hip flexors. Some mini squats to make sure your knees and ankles and toes are working just fine. Kick yourself in the butt for fun. And it's time for our third and final round of side splits. Actually, I'm going to spend a couple more seconds kicking real fast just in case, because we spent quite a bit of time doing that last one. Oh, all right. Let's go. Round 3. Same thing. If you are a little bit worried about balance, now that we've done 2 rounds, you'll definitely know if you're a little bit worried about balance. Make sure to stay close to that wall and let the wall catch you if you're starting to slip and fall backwards. Whew. And this is definitely one of those things where the more I warn, the more I feel like it's like foreshadowing, and I'm gonna fall backwards and hit the wall. It's happened before, so fingers crossed. All right, but I'm close to the wall, so it'll be okay. All right, open up those legs, nice and wide. Feel that tension building up in the hip. As soon as it gets uncomfortable, fold forward, put your hands down. You'll notice that the pain should have just disappeared, and that's because when we fold forward, the leg bone and the hip bone move into a different orientation to each other. And typically that opens up a whole bunch of space in your hips. What we're going to do next is rotate those legs, external leg rotation. Heel is down, toe is up, knee is up. And that just forces your leg into that same position, but you get to stand up a little bit higher. All right. Walk your hands back towards your groin. Put all that pressure into your legs. Do a little wiggle from side to side. And once you are as deep as you can get into that stretch and can't get any further, experiment here with the bent elbows as we hang out. Let's go 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. You can always do a wiggle, see if you can get deeper. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, we're done. Crawl forward. Bring your legs together. It's probably really difficult because they were just struggling so hard down there in that stretch. Come back into standing. And shake it all out. Shake, 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 shake. On the third round, typically my legs suffer and struggle to shake. It takes like a couple of seconds of warming up the shake before like it really turns into the shake. And we've finally gotten into it enough that I think it's about to be the normal shake, if that makes sense. And once that is feeling normal, don't forget your arms, loosen them up a little bit, help them relax, flop around. Okay. Once your legs are feeling normal, let's do the same check. Gotta do the hula hoops. Let me know if you're feeling the stretch right here in the front of the hips. I can't imagine I'm the only person, but it's crazy how much of a difference spending like 5 seconds here does, because I just did the 5 and I don't feel anything there at all. All right. high knees. I don't know what I'm saying. Squats. Make sure your knees and ankles and toes are working. Lift those knees. Kick your butt. And if everything feels normal, everything feels good, then we are done. Okay. Come back over to the camera. Why is my number so much higher than how much you see? I don't know. I have no idea. I see 17.0 at the moment. So that's oh, using autoclick. Oh, I don't know. I guess I don't use TikTok enough to understand how that works. You see 23K? That's crazy because I don't know if I'm looking at the right thing, but I'm pretty sure that is a heart symbol and it has number 17K in it. So I appreciate that you used an auto clicker, and I appreciate that you were sending some good old hearts the whole time. So thank you. Darius513 says, hi, hello. Queen R says, you are much better based on one of the shorts you uploaded. I don't know what you're referring to because unfortunately I haven't been back to the camera in a little bit, but thank you. I'm glad I made progress and I have proof. Proof. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you everybody for coming in. Uh, thank you so much for practicing consistency and doing the side splits with me today. Remember, we do this every single day to practice consistency because it's the most important thing. Can't make progress if you don't keep at it. If you had fun, please consider coming back. Hit follow, hit subscribe, join our little community here on the internet, and I hope we can make some progress together. Thank you for wishing me a good day. I hope you have a great day as well. I appreciate it. All right. That's it from me. I hope you all had fun. And again, hit follow, hit subscribe, come back. All right, that's it. Bye.